welcome to the Blissful Bonus Mom podcast. Oh my gosh, my words just jumbled up. I'm SimplyNicaise and she's AngelaSheree, and we talk all things motherhood, faith, and fun. I have a question for you right now, Angela. On your road to marriage, you're gonna get you a bonus daughter, and your friends that are still single, and they're like, girl, we can't find a man. I really want a man. Would you recommend dating someone with children? Yes or no? Or would you
Listen here. Listen. Something you just said was already very powerful. Like, listen, the pickings, the pickings are few. Okay. The harvest is plentiful, but the labor, no. The pickings are few, right? And so you have to ask yourself, would I possibly miss out on a good catch or a good person, or my person, I like to say, because they have children?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the reality is in 2023, there are not a lot of folks without children. They're out there. Don't get me wrong. There are people who do not have, but the majority, they are the minority. Okay. The majority of us have children. Okay. So if you really desire to find your person and to be connected with them, sometimes, I'm not saying this is for everyone, because I believe that if you have standards that you know that's not what you want for your life, don't do it. I'm not going to persuade nobody to do something that they do not want to do, they're not equipped to do, they're not ready to do. I'm not saying that. However, if it's just something that you just don't want because, and you don't really have valid reasons, you could be missing out on your person. So I'm not here to persuade or dissuade, right? But I am going to let you know this again.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of us have children. And I think it's best to evaluate the situation before you just say no. A lot of times we just say no before we even have details. We don't know anything, right? The situation could be amazing. It could be a positive one. He could have that thing sold up, right? The child's mother could be amazing.
That's true.
You don't know unless you evaluate. So I ain't gonna tell you to jump right in. I'm gonna say proceed with caution if you feel like it's just something that maybe you just hadn't considered based on others' opinions. Because others will give their opinions about dating a man with children because their situation was jacked up, right? But they probably still single. Okay. And if they're not, that's great, right? But that may not be your story. Okay. So stop making decisions based on the opinions of others and what others did, because that may not be your story. Again, if it's something that you do not want to do and you have very legitimate reasons why, sis, more power to you. Keep waiting on that brother without kids. You know, I'm not here. That ain't, listen, I ain't here for that. But I don't want any of us to miss out, because I used to feel like that. I used to feel like if he had more than I got one, he could only have one. That was my, I don't want no, but I had a great experience with someone who had, well, I can't say it was great. Let me not lie. It was a lot going on. But it was a great love nonetheless. Okay, but it was a lot of drama. But he had 4. Okay, that's a whole other thing. Yeah. So I'm not here to say yes, no, maybe so. I'm just saying evaluate. If it's something that you really have been basic on the opinions of others, and if you just know it's not for you, don't do it, because it does take someone that has the capability to really walk in this calling. It's something very special, and if you can't do that, or you're taking it lightly, you don't need to do it. Okay. That's all I got for you.
I like what you said when you said proceed with caution. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, on this here podcast, I am guilty as charged in telling my girlfriends that are still single, that's waiting for their husbands. I'd literally tell them, do not date no man with no kids. Find you find you a man with no kids.
I've been telling them that.
I am guilty. So as you were talking, I was like, well, dang, maybe I should just say proceed with caution. The next time somebody asks me something, I would just say proceed with caution. And you know what? I don't don't tell them that in like a negative way, because my situation is not the worst at all. You know, there's horror stories that I hear. I think I say it in a way, I say it out of love and out of like safety. I don't know how to explain it because I'm just
Protecting them.
like, I just don't
You
want
just want
them
to
to.
protect them.
Yeah, like I really want to protect them because literally anyone who has asked me, and I feel so bad now for saying that. Literally for the past 3 years, I've been saying, don't you dare find you a man with no kids. Build y'all family on your own so you don't have no problems. Because I don't want you to potentially have any problems. And it didn't come, now that I think about it, it didn't really come from a place. I guess when I did say it, it was probably because something had just happened. And it was just like, see, y'all don't want these problems. Y'all trying to get married and y'all dating whoever. But now that I think about it, one of the things that you said was you could be really missing out on a great person because they have a child. And hello, I could speak to my own self. I could have missed out on my husband if I had like that thought, like, oh, you have a child.
So how you gonna
right? How do I have the nerve to tell these people, my loving friends, that they cannot date anybody with children? That's terrible. Shame on you, Nicaise.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. When I first met my husband, I'm not sure if I'm sure I shared how we met, but I knew from that point anyway, when he mentioned he had a son, in my mind, I was like, oh, you just gonna be the homie. Like, you my friend. Because growing up, all I've heard was quote unquote baby mama drama. So that stuck in my head. Because baby mama drama, that term in itself stuck in my head, I was like, oh, you have a son. We're not going to be dating. You're not going to be anything but a friend. I'm going to dap you up when I see you. That's it.
Right.
But the more we talk to each other, the more we spent time with each other, I'm like, this dude's amazing. And not only that, when I met his son, that's my son now, when I first met him, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the sweetest little baby ever. Y'all together are incredible. Dang, what kind of situation am I in now? Like, that's how I was thinking about it. But I'm glad that I didn't let my ways get the best of me, because I honestly really believe that I have such an incredible husband, a manly man of a man, and I wouldn't even be here. To be honest, I wouldn't even be on this earth if my daddy didn't date my mama, and my mama had 2 kids. So who am I? You know what? I'm gonna stop talking, because clearly dating people with kids have their benefits.
Yeah, here's the thing. Everyone has a past, right? And I can understand the apprehension of dating a man when you don't have any kids, and he does. Yeah. I can totally understand that, right? But everyone has a past. And though you may be accepting of the fact that he has children, that may be the thing that you have to accept, right? There's something about you that he has to accept as well. It may not be kids, but it's something.
That's good.
And it may be something. Yeah, it may be something that he didn't necessarily want or desire, but it comes with you. And because it comes with you and he loves you, he's accepting of it. So sometimes it is a little one-sided, where it's like, well, I don't want nobody with kids. I don't want nobody with it. Well, he got to deal with your bad credit. He got to deal with the fact, you know what I'm saying, that you can't keep a job, but he love you anyway. Right? So he may be accepting of something that he didn't bargain for. But if he, but if he loves you, he's accepting of it. And so I think we have to be careful of that. And we also have to understand in giving advice, I never give advice from a place of like, I got it all together. I always say it's not coming from a place of perfection, but of progression. Like I'm still progressing, I'm still learning, right? And I never want anyone to make a decision based on what I tell them, because if it don't go right, they gonna come back and say what you said. And I never want that weight or that responsibility or accountability, right? It's up to that person to decide if this is going to be a problem for them. It's up to them to evaluate. I can say all day, girl, look out for this, look out for that, but that may not be a red flag for them.
Yeah.
That may not be a deal breaker for them. It's a personal thing. And what you decide to accept, I may say, no, I'm not doing it. This is the first, my relationship with my fiance and having a bonus baby. This is the first time that I am with a man who actually was involved, like consistently involved as much as he can be with his job because he's on the road. But this is the most that I had like a man, like their child actually loved them and wanted to be around them. I've been in situations where, he just kind of come in and do what he do and send a check. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying, but it wasn't. And I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't attractive to me.
Yeah.
So I always, said if I was with a man who had children, he would have to be consistent. He would have to be doing more than sending a check every month.
Yeah.
And so I never said no, but I did have stipulations as to what that would look like. So I wouldn't say no, but if it does not meet your requirements, whatever that looks like for you, sis, then you can, cut it at the knees because of that, but not just because a man has kids. Because again, you may not have children, or maybe you do, but he's going to be accepting something that he may not have bargained for from you as well.
I would like to formally apologize to my friends that I had told not to date a man with children. You listen to this wise woman right here. Y'all go ahead and listen to her, because I didn't give y'all good advice, because y'all probably passed up on some good people. And y'all still single fooling with me.
You know what?
So I apologize, and you just take it with a grain of salt. And I'm just going to say proceed with caution, okay? Proceed with caution. That's what I'm going to tell you. And now if you ask me personal experience, I will share my experience, but I'm going to say proceed with caution. That is going to be my new dating advice. Proceed with caution. That's what it's going to be. Because like you said, everybody's experience is different. And he might be accepting things of you that he may not want to tolerate, but he's doing it because he loves you. Listen, you was not only speaking to everybody that's listening, you was speaking to me too. So, I hope my friends accept my apology.
Me too.
I hope they accept my apology. I ain't gonna tell y'all no more. I'm gonna just be like, listen here, this is my story, but proceed with caution. And I will be your best support system.
Yeah, because what's for you is for you. Absolutely. So I'm sure that they have not missed out on somebody just because of you.
Nah, I have
what's for you is yeah. So they'll be all right. Now they know. Proceed with caution.
Yes. Because I love being a bonus mom now. So hey, whatever. But that's all I got. That's all I got. Just want to see how you felt about that. And we got your wise answer, which I appreciate. I'm sure the listeners appreciate too. If you need to make a good bad list as well, don't listen to me. Just proceed with caution, y'all. Proceed with caution. We love you. Jesus loves you most. We're going to end it right here. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.